I remember a time before the Cascade dried up. Here in Vertistello, the four nations of plant and bug people flourished and thrived. But the great waterfall that fed the land slowed to a trickle, revealing a vast salt sea and unknown islands. The only guide were the words of the 13 dried carvings. The water will slow to fall, but the tides are turning. Find the infinite lake to replenish the world and discover the salmon who will grant you a wish of whatever you desire. This marks the beginning of the tide, as many greenfolk hauled onto ships to find the infinite lake and maybe riches, adventure, excitement, and purpose along the way. And what exactly is a salmon? Is that a berry? That was 50 years ago, and the tide rushes forward ever still. There are many stories caught on the wind between sails, but why don't we hear just one? Of a butterfly gunman with clipped wings, a ripened and explosive piece of produce, and a witch made out of tea. This is Join the Party, Camp-Paign 3, The Rising Tide.
I'll sing you a song that all green folk know.
Until the water falls home.
That only began 50 years ago.
Until the water falls home.
We seek the deep lake and a wish-granting salmon.
Until the water falls home.
So hoist up the sails and load up the cannons.
Until the water falls home.
A rush on the tide, sail through the Cascade, an adventure ships, a ceaseless parade. I dream of roots buried in the deep alone, but we can't well sleep till the water falls home.
Last time on Join the Party.
The crew survived the first emergence of the Blackberry Dragon, with Cammy and Troy swimming as fast as they can away from the top, and Umbi on the ground with Kid Cervantes holding on only by a bramble bomb. After that harrowing ordeal, the three come back together and get oriented by Tumbleweed, also named Bramble. Bramble gives them a map of where they're being kept, a slice of what seems to be a city called South Compost City. First stop to figure out how they're going to get out of there, they check out the Big Hill, as a mob of imprisoned pirates are running after a wheel of cheese. Get out of the way before you get limburgered. Let's get the party started. Brandon, can you go into your big box of music and find something that's pretty jaunty and 80s? Maybe something with some guitar, but also like remind people that this is a dirge because they're in a prison at the same time, and trying to find some sort of semblance of feeling like a real greenfolk by running down a hill chasing cheese.
So like Chopin remixed by The Cure.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you could just take a simulacrum of a Cure song and then speed it up by 50%. And then add guitar to it. Robert Smith would be okay with that, right?
Oh, yeah. He would.
Can you check with Robert Smith and see if
Call
it's
him
okay?
up, Brandon.
Robert!
He lives in Brandon's closet along with me.
Mhm.
He said Tuesdays I'm in love, parentheses, Join the Party comes out that day.
So true, bestie.
Yeah. So the three of you are walking up to the Big Hill in the remains of South Compost City. A wheel of cheese is barreling down this hill, and 20, and this is where that song comes in, Brandon, 20 greenfolk are running after the cheese, tumbling end over end in most cases, floating through the weird salinity liquid. And as the cheese is making a beeline directly for the three of you, you hear, "Oi, get out of the way! You're in my line! You're in my line!"
What? Okay.
Why is there cheese?
And breaking from the front of the pack is a maple tree greenfolk. The majority of their upper torso is split down the middle. So they have one eye on one side of the split and another eye on the other eye of the other split. Yeah. And there is an eye patch on both of those eyes.
Excellent.
How does he see?
You just feel it, Julia. You got to follow the ley lines. The line they were talking about were ley lines.
Interesting.
There was a grilled cheese truck in New York City that I used to get lunch from all the time, where they would put like maple syrup on the bread and then griddle it, and you've made me very hungry, Eric.
And Brandon, that ooze is what's inside of the split of this greenfolk.
nice.
There's a lot of ooze going on in there. He's wearing tattered, like real tattered pirate pants, rips in the knees and below, and like the ends of the pants are just totally gone. No shoes, no shirt, just running.
No service.
Just running past. The maple tree greenfolk lays out, curls their long body around the cheese and keeps it in place with the ooze of their split. That's another one for me! Put it on the big board! Okay. And then you see there's like, someone has pounded a sign into the ground, and someone makes another tally mark next to Captain Graft.
Captain Graft?
Aw.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, because he's a grafted tree.
There it is.
I
It's all
love
pun. 48 episodes in, it's all puns all the way down, Julia.
I love it.
I don't know what else y'all got to do down here. Maybe you should spend the majority of your time not cowering from the Blackberry Dragon practicing. Just follow whatever you want. Just throw something and then chase it, because I can't keep winning. I can't keep winning like this. I can't.
Hi, Captain Graft. I'm Cammy. What's up? Avast
Sproutlings, nice to see you, nice to meet you. You'll get used to it. Just watch what's happening. We're gonna do another one in 5. You could just get to the top if you want to play.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like a pickup game system where it's just like a pickup game system where like whoever wants to jump in can jump in.
I can just do this?
Yeah, we're just doing it.
We can just do it? Oh, guys, I want to do it.
Umbi,
Cammy.
one sec.
Cammy, I
I
wanna
have
do it.
questions.
Oh yeah, no, we just do it.
Hey, so we're new here, obviously.
Yeah.
Where are you getting wheels of cheese? Like full wheels of cheese. That's a big wheel of cheese.
Captain Graft moves an eye patch around to get a better look at Umbi. Be like, the things that you think things don't change around here, but I didn't know they were throwing old people into the old underwater. They were throwing old people down in the underwater prison. Wow, the mercy. The sweet mercy of the Diamond Knot just extends in so many different directions.
What the fuck? Cammy is like 25 at most.
Also, I was the one talking to you. You didn't have to insult Umbi while I'm asking questions.
I was in the bit. I was be like, yeah. Well, we don't have a lot of stuff to work with here, so we just take the stuff from the food drop off, and we take the rolly stuff, and we throw it all into a box, and we kind of shake it up. And
Take the roundest foods.
We take the roundest things we can get our hands on before it gets all sucked up, and then we put it in we pull it out of the box, and then it rolls down.
Is all the food cheese? Because cheese makes my tummy hurt.
Oh, no.
A large amount of the food is cheese, but you can ask, and maybe they'll change it. They probably won't. There is other stuff though. There's just a lot of stuff.
Don't worry, I won't be here long. I'm going to break us all out of prison.
All right, Sproutling. Good thought. Good thought.
Close, it's Riptide. Play Riptide. Nice
So
to
they're
meet you.
giving you so much excess food that you can take the round stuff and play with it?
Yeah, it was about right. I don't know what about chasing round food down Big Hill? Am I not making that clear?
No, you are. Let's
No,
fucking
you
go.
are. I'm curious about the conditions here because, again, we're new.
Oh, you're new. I always forget that there's new people. I didn't see all of you tumble out of the sky hole, so I would have been able to figure it out.
Is that how they usually put people in here? Is they tumble out of the giant sky hole, like through the cave entrance?
If you need to imagine it in your head what it looked like when we did come down, it was like, imagine like throwing a wheel of cheese down a hill.
Yeah, but I just imagine you went like, ouch, ooch, ouch,
Ouch,
ooch,
ouch,
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 ooch,
ouch,
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 yeah.
ooch, ouch while you did it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right, can we, I want to set up at the top, over the top of the hill while we're doing this. Can we go up the hill? Can we
As
walk
long
up?
as you answered KB's question.
Once it gets set up as we're doing it, let's do it. It's like, all right, guy, we're doing another one. We're doing another one in a few. Come on. And you're trudging up the big hill as Captain Graff talks to you about this. Yeah, I mean, the majority of people coming down through the big sky hole. Some people get brought in through the big doors, but it's mostly sky hole, top hole, up hole. We never agreed on a term. One of those three works. If you have a better one, let me know.
You must be really special to get brought in through the big doors rather than chucked through the sky hole.
Yeah, here's the thing, which I've not realized. Oh, wait, did you get thrown through the sky? Did you get thrown through the up hole?
He jumped.
I
Then we
jumped.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, well,
We don't
No.
know. We're new. Assume we know nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's like we're in a barrel.
Well, I mean, I don't want to make an assumption about why the three of you are here and why all the people around here are here, but, some people got stuck here just 'cause. Like, they didn't know. So you didn't get thrown in here.
No, we're enemies of the Diamond Knot, though. That's why
Sure.
we're gonna break everybody out of here.
I mean, yeah, for sure. That's what we all are. We're all here because for whatever reason we got put in here, but, it's more like...
Why did you get put in here?
I did it to myself.
You jumped in too?
Yeah, I heard that there was an opening to with a bunch of treasure here at some government facility, and there was a hole, and I went in, and now I've been here ever since.
So how many prison breaks have you orchestrated or attempted or participated in?
Let's see, this many. And Captain Kraft holds up like 4 leaves.
So
That's
can you
not
tell
bad,
me
that's
what
not bad.
went wrong with each one so I can make sure I do not make the same mistakes with mine?
Oh, probably because no one can break out of here, and they've thought of everything, and everything's really good and hard, and the Diamond Knot is able to keep everything under control.
Yeah, but no one's had a prince do it yet, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay.
I don't know why someone would have a prince do it, but if that is that like a maneuver, like the prince?
Oh, it should be.
It should be.
How about it's when you shoot an arrow, but you look really cool while you do it? That's the prince.
So where did you play a really tight guitar solo?
What's a guitar? Yeah, no, I'm Prince Troivides Riptide from the Crags. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get us all out here.
All right, cool. And I'm not stuck in I'm not stuck in a terrible prison and made a mistake, and my crew's waiting for me. And my crew is definitely waiting for me, and they haven't moved on without me, and it's not something I think about all the time.
That's really good. I love that for you, man.
Here's the thing. You could believe he's the prince and, then he'll help you escape, or you can not believe it and you'll still be stuck here in the same situation.
Which honestly, as far as prisons go, a pretty good one, guys. No, like I've been at smaller and worse prisons than this one.
You
I've
have?
never been in prison in my entire life.
Yeah.
Not at guest of honor getting a tour of other.
Right. Cool.
It's different. That's a little different. I think you got to lead with that.
I did. I told you I was a prince.
He's got a point.
Anyway, so what went wrong in each of your prison breaks so I can make sure I do it right this time?
Yeah, I mean, I attempted 4 times, and each time it was foiled.
Yeah, so you
And
went
I
through the
couldn't-
door,
And
through
I
the
couldn't
hole.
and that's what happened. All right, we're gonna run it again. We're running it again. We're doing it again. All right, everyone line up. We're gonna stay behind the line. I'll see if you move too fast, I'll know and I'll be upset. Now that here at the top of the hill, you can see everything that South Compost City have to offer, which is nothing. There's like 2 rocks and someone's pulled a line in the ground up here at the top of the hill. Again, there's like 15, 20 greenfolk who are kind of crowding around. Maybe they're like pushing you and squeezing you a little bit as they're trying to get good position. Everyone has their foot on the line. Captain Graff goes over to a big chest. It's just kind of like an old wooden chest. It's not ornamental or interesting or anything. There's like big chains around it, holding it down to the ground. And inside, I'd be like, all right, let's see, what are we gonna do for this one?
So is it one wheel of cheese that everyone chases, or is it everyone has their own wheel of cheese that they chase?
They're like, all right, here are the rules for the new folks. You throw it, it rolls down the hill. Whoever grabs it wins, and then you get a tally on the big board, and we stave off boredom for another few minutes. Hey, and everyone goes, staving off boredom.
Whoa, yeah.
Yay!
I hate it.
I love not thinking about what's happening for a moment. And all of my choices.
Life is monotonous and tedious. Aye.
But not when I'm rolling down this hill. Brandon, why don't you give me a D10 roll for a second?
A D10 roll. Okay.
A D10.
An underused D.
3.
That was good. Julia, give me a D4 roll.
A 1.
A 1. All right. Captain Graff rummages around in the big box and pulls out a little wheel of cheese. It's about the size of, I think, like a softball or a bocce ball. You know, it's like kind of, it fits nicely in a hand. Be like, oh, we got a small one. Keep your eye on it. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right. So, you don't move until the cheese is thrown. And again, if you do, I'll be upset at you. So,
Well, is it when the cheese is thrown, like when it leaves the hand, or when it hits the ground when we start running?
good question.
Or the top of the parabola, you know?
Now, you said a word I didn't understand, so I'm going to take it as disrespect. Please wait your turn.
I don't understand the question, and I refuse to engage with it.
Once the wheel of cheese hits the ground, then you can start going. But I'm not going to be a jerk about it, so it's going to roll near. I'm going to do a good throw, unlike what Maurice did. And that's why Maurice isn't allowed to throw anymore. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have done that.
Maurice learned from his mistake.
I have. I've been in prison for a long time. Thanks, Maurice. All right, so I'm going to toss it, and then we're all going to chase after it.
Wait! One more question.
So many questions about a very simple topic.
Yes, what?
What is the stance on cheating and using, like, weapons and or magic to defeat your enemies here?
Okay, sure, yeah, go ahead, whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Umbi turns to the person next to him and says,
Can you hold this for a second?
and he gives him a time bomb.
Oh, thanks. It's another circular thing. I could practice with it.
Oh no.
How long does it take for it to go off?
Well, in this instance, however long the comedy is best for,
Okay, great.
I didn't realize that was the mechanics of the game.
it's up to 1 minute, though.
The greenfolk is gonna take the bomb and just like put it in like an inside pocket, but they're wearing just a vest, so I don't know where they put it.
Fair.
So it just like goes away.
Okay, cool.
Like, all right, 3, 2, 1, flip. The tiny wheel of cheese goes end over end over end and lands on the ground. Chase after the cheese!
Whee!
Woo!
Troy's chasing.
Did I expect that today I'd be chasing a wheel of cheese? Yes, but not in Dungeons and Dragons.
Do we need to roll anything? What's happening here?
Yeah, so what we're going to do, Brandon, it's been over an hour, so the fact that you OD'd on oxygen, Umbi is adjusted to it, you can fully wipe that away.
Great.
The way that we're going to do this is all you got to do is succeed on 3 strength checks before anybody else.
Cool.
That's it. I'm going to keep track of everyone else doing this, but you just got to run down the hill. So the way that the hill works is that it's kind of lumpy. So as you go down, it gets steeper and steeper, and the cheese goes faster and faster. So the longer that the cheese rolls, the harder it is to grab it.
Now, Eric, are you sure this is not an athletics check, a skill in which I have proficiency?
I was going to ask that same exact question. Are you sure?
It can be, yeah, sure. Do an athletics check. Do whatever.
Fuck yeah.
Cammy's gonna cast the Hex Tremors at the top of the hill.
On?
Great.
What?
As an action, you can create a small quake. Each creature on the ground within 10 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
Damn, Cammy. Well, Here we go.
Hell yeah.
And somebody didn't want to play.
Cammy still doesn't want to play.
All
She
right.
thinks this is dumb.
A saving throw now.
Yep.
I want the cheese to have hit the ground, and then Cammy's like, Cammy, everyone has made their first step forward. Like we are, like in this slow motion in the Olympics, right? Like we're watching, I don't know if you like speed skaters or sprinters, like come off the block and we're seeing it in incredibly slow motion.
Yep.
And everyone's taking their first step. And then Cammy's just like, ah. Then everything quakes.
Yeah.
16 for Troy.
All right. Troy passes.
4 plus 7 for an 11.
Nope. Fails.
Does evasion work if I'm not taking damage?
No, you just fall over.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, half of the other competitors, half of the other prisoners just just absolutely fall on their butts.
Cool.
All of they're scrambling to get going. This is conniving.
Thank you.
This is like in Mario Kart when you miss your, like when half of the people miss the boost at the beginning and just spin out instead.
Yeah. It's like Julia turned off the TV as soon as it went 3, 2, 1.
So Julia's hex worked.
Yeah, Julia's has worked.
Yeah, my hexes canonically work, but my spells do not.
Got it.
So what does it look like when you use your hexes?
So the hexes specifically radiate because they require sound and laughter.
Sure.
Because of the cackle, the witch's cackle. So I think Cammy goes, and then it like spreads out like Banshee in X-Men, Brandon, where it like, you know, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I think it really picks up, especially with the oxygen, with the extra oxygen in this liquid. It really kind of like radiates out like a physics experiment.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
So half of them fall over. One of them goes, "Ow, I landed on my bomb."
That's not the out you got to worry about, brother.
Ow, it hurt. It got all up in my it got all up in my armpit meat.
Gross.
But a bunch of them still are able to get off the block there and make their first rolls. So everyone make strength or athletics checks, or I guess you can make dexterity checks too. Whatever's highest. You all run in your own way.
I fell over, so what do I do with that?
You have to use half your movement to get up from prone.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're prone, you have to do it with disadvantage because you got to spend your good roll on getting up.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a 17, surprisingly.
All right.
19 for Troy in acrobatics. I think he misses the tremor because he's doing a showy little flip
That feels right.
down the hill.
That's smart. Brandon, what do you got?
I got a 14 plus 3 for a 17, but I would also maybe like to use a teleportation bomb to just sort of like... My plan here is to sort of Banff Nightcrawler style down the hill
Interesting.
with like a series of 3 bombs, you know?
Okay. So I think that you have to throw, I guess you throwing the bomb would be your action, though?
Yeah.
Before we do this, I'm going to ask you, do you want to throw your bomb in the air, or do you want to try to run down the hill?
I would like to throw my bomb in the air.
You would really like to throw your bomb in the air. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's what happens. Cammy, Troy, you get a quick start off the block, especially because everyone went whoa, 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 before that. A few people get off the block as well. Captain Graff is able to scramble forward. There's also a murder hornet greenfolk. There's a bunch of Brussels sprouts that are tumbling down.
Which is more intimidating?
Depends on your stomach issues, I suppose.
Yeah.
Depends on the decade. And if they've done that genetic engineering thing, what made Brussels sprouts taste good?
No, it was before that. No, they taste bad.
No!
There is a patch of poppies. There's like a full, like, you know, we've had 1x1 squares of grass and of mulch before. So there's like a 1x1 big square of poppies that are getting off the block, and a bushel of wolfsbane that's catching up as well. All of them have 1 success. Here's what happens. Umbi, you throw your bomb up in the air, ready to bamf. And what is your bamfing position?
I mean, ideally, it's just like, you know, it's like a like a beautiful Greco-Roman
Olympian.
Olympian.
Brandon, you can just say the AOL man. That's what we're all thinking.
So where you're making the AOL instant messenger position,
Right.
and you throw the bomb in the air, you make your position, and then the bomb just goes bump. And then that's when the other guy who you gave the bomb to throws the other time bomb at your head, being like, you can have this back. I don't want it. It hurt. Neither of those bombs go off.
Huh. Okay. That's good, at least. But
Yeah, also take 1 point of damage for getting hit in the head with an inert bomb.
okay.
Nice.
Are all weapons neutralized? Interesting.
Must be something. Well, no, because
Might
it's
be
not
the magic.
It's alchemical, so I don't know.
If you have a
I don't know.
question, feel free. You can roll or send me $5 on Venmo.
Can I roll instead of that ladder thing?
You can make whichever choice.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Can I also? I'm just curious.
No,
No?
no, because
Okay.
you're too busy. Right, you've already ran away, and you were too
My
busy.
skirts are up. I'm running.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Eric.
Yeah.
I got a 1
Okay,
Mm,
plus 8 is 9.
interesting.
I think it's still a 1, regardless of what the plus is.
I don't know, man. You usually when you give someone a bomb for comedy, it blows up in their face hilariously. And that
I
one didn't
know,
work at all.
right?
Yeah.
What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to run down the hill afterwards?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, everyone, including Umbi, still is trying to pick themselves up and run after this.
I like that we're doing this competition where the stakes are, I think, bragging rights.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
about
100%.
it. Cool.
Yeah, so there's 5 people plus Cammy plus Troy who have 1 success, who's running pretty quickly down the hill as this small wheel of cheese is starting to tumble, but it is picking up speed. Give me another check. Give me another run after the cheese check.
Ooh, an 18.
All right, here we
Damn.
go.
Love it. Dirty 20 for Amanda.
Let's go.
6.
Good job, buddy.
All right, the people who were still at the starting line rolled a 2 and a 3.
Fuck
So
yeah.
everyone, it's like Umbi, you were standing in front of everyone, and now the majority of these people are just getting all tangled up.
They tripped over their shoelaces twice.
Yeah.
Aw, poor babies.
Ask the new old guy; he'll give you free stuff.
Should we just go over to that box and have a picnic or what?
No, you're in the bottom of a dog pile. Everyone is like on top of each other.
sorry.
Everyone's.
So we'll just go over to that box and just have a picnic or...
Join the party. Never AI generated. Practical effects only.
Practical effects only.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you are running down the hill, the wolfsbane and the poppies get all tangled up. Luckily, the Brussels sprouts have curled up into a ball themselves and are speeding down the hill, as well as Captain Graft is making a beeline and is really coming up with the goopy hands and goopy legs, coming up quickly on the cheese. But Cammy and Troy are right up behind him.
You just must be very goopy to be goopy while you're still underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of ooze. It's a lot of ooze. The murder
yes.
hornet is coming up behind the 4 of you, but it's like a horror movie situation, getting chased by Jason. It's more terrifying than it is the murder hornet is participating in any sort of way.
That sucks.
Just 7 feet tall, hulking murder hornet with what would be the scariest thing to grow out of this thing? Just with cracks in their carapace with moss growing out of it.
Ugh.
It's gross. It's gross and
Hate
weird.
that.
It's gross and
Gross.
weird. Being like, do not want to murder, just want cheese.
Thank you for assuaging our fears about that.
Let them have it, guys.
Captain Graff is like, absolutely not. I'm getting another one. I'm getting 2 in a row. And the Brussels sprouts are just tumbling behind.
Not if I get there first.
Yeah. Umbi, what do you want to do?
What I want to do, Eric, is I want to drag myself out of this dog pile and then roll an investigation check to see if there's anything that is interesting around the top of the hill here that we should be looking at as opposed to chasing a wheel of cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you make a strength check really quickly to get out of the dog pile?
Yeah, I can. Natural fucking 20.
Oh, now you get it.
I just burst out like fucking Vegeta or something.
Umbi splits a man in half to get out from underneath that dog pile.
Hey, this new old guy's so strong. Hey, all right, okay.
I rip a bush in half and just the leaves are like falling on me like blood.
Yeah, the 2 bush halves are like, hey, man, come on. I need that.
And then I rolled a 15 investigation check.
Sure, investigation check. So you can look in the box. I'll tell you what's in the box. The majority of wheels of cheese of different sizes. There's a watermelon in there.
That's not cheese.
There's a giant banana, like a banana the size of a baby in there.
Not round either.
Not round either.
There's a coconut. And
The devil's fruit.
and then you get pinched because a crab got in as well. It turns out it was the coconut. It's a coconut crab.
Oh, yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, so watch out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's different stuff in there. These aren't like this isn't good produce or good cheese as well. This definitely fits with what Captain Graff was saying. If this was being dropped off as surplus food for a prison, totally fits. They're not lying about that. That one's real.
Okay.
I think you all can get a really good survey of the. I know I was joking before, but you can get a good sense of how everything kind of fits together on this map. You can see everything from here, and it's pretty. I think you, especially after Captain Graff was talking so much about the sky hole, it's kind of interesting to see how the hole is oriented over the rest of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you couldn't really see that from the map that Bramble put together for you because it's 2D. But like the hole is like very, very close, directly above the dragon porthole. Almost like someone intentionally dug this hole to drop you into the blackberry dragon. Out of the frying pan and into the bramble bush as it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like, we were kind of kicking this around, I think, a little bit before, but it's like, which came first? The dragon or the city or the hole? What's happening here? And it just kind of fits in with what Captain Graff was saying about how he just kind of found himself in town because he heard there was something going on at this government facility, and now he's here.
Well, he said treasure, but is that what we're to imply? Is it, quote unquote, something going on?
Well, what he heard was that there was something in this cavern. He went in, he fell in, and now he's in the city.
Okay.
So it's like, you guys did the same thing. You walked into this cave, and now all of a sudden you're in this prison. Seems like the cave is a little bit of a honeypot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I'll give you with a 15.
Cool. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you look in your inventory, and you take the honey and the sandwich, and you combine it together with the fishing pole, and you could use it to figure out one of the puzzles.
Wow.
Instead, can I take the honey and the banana from the box and combine it with the bread and make a delicious sandwich?
Yes, but Putt-Putt eats it.
Okay.
Oh.
That happens.
Putt-Putt's like, yum, thanks, Brandon. All right, well, let's go back to the wonderful world of chasing after this cheese. We got 5 competitors still in here, our 2 wonderful PCs, and 3 of these prison pirates. Let's see what happens. The cheese is gathering speed. The murder hornet is bearing down on the 4 of you. The Brussels sprouts are maintaining velocity by trying to be frictionless and lossless, by being as circular as possible. And Captain Graff is just hauling Maple Tree ass right now.
Do I want to fuck with them
Nice.
again?
17 for Troy.
Cammy's going to cast another hex.
Okay.
This one's called Mire.
Okay.
As an action, you can transform the ground within 30 feet of where you cast the hex into murky swamp, which is difficult terrain. You can move without penalty in this area. The effect lasts until the end of your next turn.
All right. So you can do this. I don't know if you can bear down on the cheese while you're doing it.
Okay. I just want to slow everyone else down.
All right. No, that's great. That's wonderful. That's awesome.
Cool.
Troy has the light-footed feet, so difficult terrain costs me no extra movement.
Ooh,
Bitch.
Let's
damn.
go.
Fair.
I love that. Yeah, Cammy, you were still keeping speed, but you're not bearing down on the cheese anymore, so you're just like taking a nice jog down the hill as you're giggling and laughing. What do you want the difficult terrain to look like?
Candy.
Candy.
Like melted caramel.
Is Cammy a candy witch? You need to tell me.
No, but Candy Blast is so fun to use.
I like you can turn it into a swampy can. All of a sudden, there's like a candy, sticky, swampy muck happening.
Yeah, I think it's just like the ground, instead of turning into like quicksand or something, turns into melted caramel.
I love that.
I wonder if that offends Captain Graft because he does create nature's caramel, maple syrup.
Damn.
Maybe
Captain Graff is better on caramel.
Maybe.
Maybe Captain Graff isn't very introspective because we've talked to him for 5 minutes and I don't think he is.
Cammy just yells after everyone who's trying to run through the caramel. Work smarter, not harder.
Wow.
Oh no, big tree fall hard as the murder hornet gets all stuck up in there. Also, the Brussels sprouts is straight rolling and then getting stuck. Like,
Ooh.
oh god, that's just nasty. It's like watching a gumball run down a hill, fall down a hill.
And then Cammy yells, go Troy!
Go Troy! All right, Troy.
Troy rolled a 17.
All right.
So hexes work, but my teleportation bomb and spells don't work.
Mm-hmm.
I need to Google.
Grugle.
Troy, you are bearing down on the cheese. You are getting so close. You reach out your hand.
Come to Papa.
You reach out your hand. You are so close. And then, you feel something sticky.
Oh no.
No!
He's a cheater.
As Captain Graft gets right in front of you, takes a hand, reaches into his ooze, and like wipes it on you, and with the other hand reaches out and palms the small wheel of cheese. Another one for me, boys! Rack it up! I want to go 3 in a row, even with these newbies. I got it!
What a dick.
Troy, comport yourself like the royal you are.
Kill him, Troy!
I judged your game for it not being fun, but now having lost it, I realize there is nothing more I want in this world than to win that cheese.
You're just gonna have to go again, unless you're and Captain Graff is like nose to nose with you, chest to chest with you, in the way that only large himboed men can be.
Yes.
Be like, well, are you gonna do something about it? You gonna run down the hill again, or you're gonna take a swing at me, Prince Boy?
I'm gonna beat you fair and square within the rules you set out, because cheap victory is no victory at all. Punk.
I'll make it easier on you. I'll put an eye patch over my good eye. And he switches his eye patches.
Whoa! Are they different? The patches? I know the eyes are different.
What? What? No, they're the same patch. They're the same patch.
Oh, wow.
I have 2 of them.
Right. Okay, never mind.
They're equal. My eyes are equally strong.
Okay. Can I hold the cheese for a second?
Oh, you mean this cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Try reaching.
And he
back.
moves his hand away. I'm like, no, you can't. Only winners can hold the cheese. And no, we put it back in the box. We only have so many items.
Only one's own brethren are allowed to taunt one like that.
And we are brethren, because we're stuck here in the city forever. Come on.
Shit, you're right.
He slaps you on the butt. He starts walking up the hill.
Troy doubles over. He's doing some deep breathing, heads between his knees.
And Captain Graff starts the long trek back up the hill.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda. Welcome to the midroll, and welcome to our newest patrons, Alyssa, Gavin, and S. We so appreciate you making it a priority to support an independent podcast like ours with your hard-earned money. And if you listening, you out there, would like us to read your name and thank you as a new patron, if you want to join the incredible patron Discord, where every single new episode day, folks are like popping off in our spoilers channel, talking all about the new episode, but also people are re-listening to campaigns 1, 2, and to the Camp-Paign. And so if you are making your way as you listen to this through old episodes as well, or you want to re-listen and meet some cool people while you do, you gotta join the Discord. And to do that, you gotta join the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. This week at Multitude, there is so much going on. A ton of us are taking vacation or road trips or doing maybe a staycation. I know I'm staying inside with the air conditioning as much as I can, but a great thing to do while you are seeing new sights, seeing friends, or just spending some time outside or inside is to marathon a new podcast. And I gotta tell you, if you're not listening to Pale Blue Pod, folks, you are missing out. This is an astronomy podcast for people who are overwhelmed by the universe and space, but want to understand it and be its friend. It is hosted by astrophysicist Dr. Moya McTeer and comedian and writer Corinne Caputo. They are an incredible combo. Listen, if you like Multitude shows, you like hanging out with people who are smart and friends, and Moya and Corinne absolutely qualify. They demystify space together, one topic topic at a time. You learn about space, about important astrophysicists and other folks in space exploration, about telescopes and observatories. They review movies that have to do with space. Incredible stuff, and they are so much fun to listen to. Every episode will make you feel like a little bit more in awe about where we live in the universe, and also like you understand stuff. And it's funny. Pale Blue Pod is so good. So trust me, check it out. They have new episodes every Monday. So go on over to palebluepod.space or check out Pale Blue Pod in your podcast app. Folks, we are welcoming back a sponsor to the show, United by Blue. This is a sustainable lifestyle brand that makes apparel and outdoor gear from sustainable materials and ethical manufacturing. For every product purchased, they remove 1 pound of trash from oceans and waterways. Get it? It's blue because like the ocean. And they have removed millions, over 3.5 million pounds of trash so far from the oceans. Not a big deal. And from picking up the plastic bottles that litter our shores to cleaning up their own packaging and supply chains, they are on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic entirely. They choose incredible materials to make the goods that they stock in the store, from non-toxic regenerative fibers that keep harmful pesticides out of the environment to recycled fabrics, putting existing trash to good use. I love browsing their site, and I love the stuff I've gotten from them. I have a insulated half growler water bottle that I bring on camping trips or, road trips. They have an incredible line of backpacks. They have beautiful mugs, packable totes, collapsible dog bowl water bowls, which are super cute. But I gotta tell you, my favorite stuff that they make are definitely the socks. Incredible socks. They are called bison socks, and they're 4-season socks that you can bring out on the trail, and they are just so comfy and so pretty, and I love them very much. I want to replace all the socks I own with this incredible stuff. So if you want to get 20% off your purchase at United by Blue, you can just use code JOINTHEPARTY. They've been kind enough to make a promo code for us. So if you go to unitedbyblue.com, use promo code JOINTHEPARTY to get 20% off your order. And finally, we are sponsored by Shaker and Spoon, the subscription cocktail service that helps you learn how to make handcrafted cocktails right at home. Shaker and Spoon were the first folks I ever came across that used paper, cardboard box packaging, and also that cardboard confetti, packing foam basically made out of recycled paper. And they send the most incredible stuff in wonderful, sustainable packaging. They make little tinctures and oils, and they send you all the ingredients you need, not just to make delicious drinks using a bottle of that month's liquor, but also to learn the skills that'll make you feel like a fancy and confident home mixologist. Now, each box costs between $40 and $50 plus the cost of the bottle of liquor. So what you're looking at is 12 craft cocktails, okay? 3 different kinds and 4 drinks of each recipe that you can get for a fraction of the cost that it takes to go out and get it in a bar. And if you want to invite friends over or bring it on a trip or class up your nightcaps or just try out a new hobby, you can get just 1 box, you can get a set of 3, or you can sign up for a subscription, all at shakerandspoon.com/jointheparty. These are great partners. We love them a lot. And you can get $20 off your first box at shakerandspoon.com/jointheparty. All right, folks. Let's get back to the show.
Julia, what is your witch's curse? Did you take one from Valdez?
Yes, I'm infested.
Okay.
So you guys want to go again?
Cammy goes, I'm good.
Yeah, Troy would like to circle up with at least Cammy on the walk back up as we're trudging.
You hear the murder hornet go, I want to go again! Strunge wants to go again!
Strunge?
Strunge!
That's a great name.
Strunge wants to go again! I will get you, Maple Man!
Hey, Cammy?
Come on, Brussels! And pulls the Brussels sprouts out of the mire.
Okay, Cammy goes, oh, whoops. And snaps her fingers and it disappears.
Cammy?
Try.
So my plan was to walk up to the big door and knock on it and say, hello, I am Troy, and have them let me in. Do you think that's good?
You can
Never hurts to try.
certainly try. Do you have something that proves that you are a prince?
Yeah, my signet ring and the ritual cuttings of my wings.
Cool. I mean, anyone can cut some wings, I think, but
Well, that's
signet
true.
ring is helpful.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it would hurt. We could see what happens.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Well, do you wanna do another roll, Troy?
I do not trust myself not to punch that captain in the face.
He's
Captain
a
to
lot.
captain, like leader to leader.
Hold on.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, it's just like particularly insulting for him to pie me off like that.
Troy,
Okay.
you... I don't know how to tell you this without being a little mean.
Oh.
You're not the captain. We don't have a captain. Remember, all captains are ghosts?
Oh.
And you're not dead.
Oh yeah, but if I do die, I will be captain?
Sure.
Yes.
That's something to look forward to, I guess.
Is that what Christianity is?
Yeah. That's predetermination in Christianity.
Nice, nice. Martin Luther was like, yeah, when you die, you all going to be captains. Great.
Sure, whatever. Who cares? Sure, whatever.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it seems like they are doing this out of sheer boredom and not... This doesn't seem like, for lack of a better phrase, important to what we're doing here.
Do you like believe them that they've tried to break out but it's just not worked? Or everyone just seems like, oh, we're in prison and we're all gonna die forever, right?
Let me do an insight check on that guy to see whether or not Cammy believes that he has tried to escape multiple times.
Sure.
16 plus 7, so that's a 23.
23. Yes. Captain Graff definitely has escaped that many times. He
Or
also
tried, yeah.
does not believe Troy is a prince.
Yeah, I figured that much.
But there's something else going on. Captain Graff said a lot of times that it's like, they're just too strong. He's just too hard. You can't do it. I tried a bunch of times and now I'm a good little boy. Like there's something else going on here that's hidden below the surface.
I feel like we should try to win the race once. Just to see if that changes anything in terms of something happening, or if Captain Graft, will suddenly become pliant or something,
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
What do you think, Julia?
Yeah, I'm not gonna... I think Cammy is not going to run again,
You can watch, yeah.
but I think there's some other stuff that I'd like to do while you guys try to do that, so you can go
Sure.
nuts.
Okay.
Troy's happy to run. I'm gonna try something.
I'll run as well, just so we have 2 chances.
All right, we're going again. I get to pick it up in the box this time because I'm 2 for 2. Maybe I'll get a 3. Just like a cattail turkey.
What?
Hey, Captain, can I stand next to you? Is that cool?
Oh, I mean, if you want to get close to see what winning looks like, Prince Boy, that's fine.
I would.
Yeah, I'm branding a cattail turkey. like from Thanksgiving. You and all of your siblings fight each other to have the cattail because that's where all the juices go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Yeah, uh-huh.
And you put the beer can in around near the cattail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And a turkey is when you roll 3 strikes in bowling.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Oh, that's the key piece of information. Yeah, there you go.
Mhm,
But a
mhm,
muskmelon
mhm.
is real. Real melon.
That one's a real one. That
Real
one's
melon.
a real one. Yeah. Beaver melon, not real though.
Mouse
That's
melon,
different.
real.
Oh, that one's real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. All right. Muskmelons for everybody. If I get it again, let's go. Let's go. All right. Why don't Julia give me the D10 roll?
You got it, Holmes. Jack. 2.
2. Amanda, give me a D4 roll.
3.
3. Umbi, you recognize this from when you were in the box. There is a rather large size cheese wheel this time. It's about the size of actually it's pretty big. It's about the size of like a child's bicycle tire.
That's pretty big.
Pretty big. Pretty big.
I would like to eat that in my house.
Yeah. It is not like adult size pizza, adult size
Like a medium
bicycle
pizza,
tire,
not a
but
large pizza.
It's a medium pizza,
Yeah.
right? It's a medium pizza.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, a little bit faster, a little bit longer here. Everybody watch out. Don't bump each other. Just make the way for me to get another one. All right. Okay, let's go. Is everybody ready? Everyone's lined up?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Okay. Cammy, where are you at? So I know what you're doing.
Cammy's hanging out by the box of food.
All right. Now remember, Newbie with a dress. Sproutling with a dress. Don't eat that. We need that for stuff.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay, but it's worth saying because you didn't know stuff before, so I'm going to continue to understand that you don't know anything. Also, breathing's fine. You can keep breathing. The liquid is like you could breathe in the liquid.
Well, now I'm thinking about breathing. What if I forget?
A little late for us to know that one.
This is like a tooltip that pops up when your RPG is loading.
But
like-
it's like chapter 3. It's like, I know how to shoot.
Hit A to jump.
Jeez.
Be like, yeah, the liquid it gets in all of our photosynthesizers. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go.
Julie, can you investigate the food when you're up there?
I'm going to. That was my plan. But also, like, they keep saying, hey, you can keep breathing. And I know it's supposed to be, like, adding nutrients and shit to people. But, like, it's got to also be making them compliant or something that.
No,
you know,
I
like, it must be doing something to us. Otherwise, why the fuck would you keep saying it?
Julia, does Cammy have, like, a filtration or, like, any way that she could, like, tie something over her mouth?
Listen, it's because people get all freaked out, and then they try to, like, I don't know, try not to breathe, and then they die, and it's a problem.
Okay.
Have you ever seen someone die and they get eaten by a blackberry dragon? It sucks for morale, and morale's already pretty low.
I think I literally just saw that happen, yeah.
Yeah, it was, and how bad was it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, like a 7.
Yeah, and we're trying to keep things around a 4.
Alright.
Okay.
Interesting.
Eric, while Umbi lines up on the line here to start this race, he would like to down a potion of water breathing and just get fucked up. Inject that oxygen into his veins.
You remember that you get negative strength and dexterity, right?
But what if Eric make me go fast like Nos?
Fast but dumb.
What if?
What if, Eric?
Fast
What
but
if it
dumb.
makes me
All
go
right,
fast
fine.
like Nos?
Because I think this is the point. Is this how humans discover drugs? You do it
Yes.
accidentally the first time, and the second time you do it intentionally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Or you do it because you see animals doing it and you're like, why is that squirrel all fucked up?
That squirrel seems to be having a good time. Fine, I'm going to flip it. So, Brandon, you're going to get +1 to strength and +1 to dexterity, but -1 to everything else.
Hell yeah. Okay.
For the next hour. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Umbi's pupils are so large.
Let's fucking go!
Umbi's not going to sleep for 3 days.
Your chlorophyll is like grinding its teeth. Okay. 3, 2, 1, flip. This one gets faster quicker. This bigger cheese than last time. It's starting to gain speed down the hill faster than the small wheel of cheese. But it's now go! Chase after the cheese! Minigame.
I love the theme song every time.
That's really cute.
All right, let's do some running after the cheese rolls.
Ooh, 21 for Troy.
All right.
Brandon got a 13 total.
Brandon, are drugs worth it?
Yes. Because Umbi thinks he's going so fast.
Yeah.
All right, immediately, 4 greenfolk break away from the pack. It is Troy, it is the Poppy Field, it is the Murder Hornet, and it is Captain Graft.
Brussels sprouts not so hot this time, huh?
No, not so hot this time. They got tangled up with the Wolf's Bane again, just trying to make it go. Strunge has opportunity! Everyone else do bad job!
Cute.
Strunge out in front with high percentile!
In the movie adaptation of our D&D campaign, is that one played by Dave Bautista?
I brand into it, yes. It's played by Dave
100%,
Bautista, you
yeah.
know
Not
it
even
is.
a question.
Eric, you conveyed perfectly with your voice Dave Bautista.
Thank you. I was trying. Thank you.
Troy's going to shoot an arrow at the captain.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, that's a 10 to hit.
And roll with disadvantage?
Oh, well. That's a 9 to hit.
Okay. Whew. The arrow goes fully, not in a different direction, but just like the angle of this arrow is just like 20 degrees too high, fully over the captain's head.
Troy frowns and uses his second attack, aiming below the captain.
Okay.
Disadvantage again?
Disadvantage again?
All right. It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, you adjust for the angle. and an arrow. An arrow gets all tangled up in the weird ooze of Captain Graff. If that's what you want to spend your time doing, you can just spend your time running instead.
Great. Don't care. That is 6 points of damage, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to use another risk die.
Sure.
And going to cow the creature.
Oh,
He's
no.
covering fire. So the captain is cowed.
Remind me what that does.
Turns him into a cow, Eric.
I roll my risk die, which is now a d10. Shut up, Brandon. And subtract it from its next roll.
Sure.
Ooh, that's great.
Next attack roll, but I think in this
No,
situation,
that can be
running.
still roll. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's great.
All right, so please, Eric, subtract 6 from its next roll.
6. All right, here we go. All right, so 0 successes for Umbi, but Umbi's caught up with the majority of the pack here. I'm going to say the same thing for Troy that I said to Cammy. I know you already did the roll, but if you want to fire on the captain, you got to choose either running or doing something else.
That's fine. I'll choose firing.
All right, 3 of the pirates have broken out front here, which is the Murder Hornet, the Poppy Field, and Captain Graft. So 0 successes for Aranes here. Cammy, what are you thinking?
I would like to. Let me look at the food first.
Sure.
I'm going to examine the banana.
Yeah, you can just pick it. I'll just let you do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are Pride Month.
Yeah.
I just want to look at it and be like, is this a normal fucking banana, or is there something
Sure.
that's in this food? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Give me a nature check.
Is it a Cavendish? Is it a Gros Michel? Is it a ice cream banana?
It's a 14 plus 5 for a 19.
Yeah. Cammy's into produce,
Yeah.
certainly.
I have high nature.
Yeah.
It's one of my proficiencies.
Yeah, Cammy, here's the thing. You smell it. This is a weird banana. It's an odd banana. It's very large, and maybe because it's large, it wouldn't taste really good. Maybe it's like, when things get so big, the sweetness gets like diluted. This thing's gonna taste weird. And oh no. Cammy, it's a good thing you looked at this. Does this banana have a nose?
Oh, God.
Is there a nose on this banana?
Bananos.
You feel the ridge of a nose growing off of this giant banana.
Cammy boops it. Does anything happen?
It subtly, the smallest imperceptible wiggle vibrates through the banana.
Okay.
You are immediately transported back to your childhood, where, as we've seen before in the open fields, sometimes you see produce that have weird body parts on them. Remind me, what do you do with produce that have faces?
I think it depends, right?
Yeah.
Like, it depends on where it's being grown, how it's being grown, and for what purpose it's being grown.
Mhm.
I don't want to make it sound weird, but if it's not developed and it's not being grown to be a person, it's food.
Yeah. No, it is. 100%.
But if this was grown in a place where it was allowed to develop to the point where it is reacting to things, that should be a person.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. There's a real fine line here. The point is that someone decided to give the weird produce to the prison people. I guess is where this all kind of shakes out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll save the other thing I want to do for my next turn.
All right. Going down the mountain. Keytar, 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 but it's in a minor key because it's sad. All right, give me your chasing the cheese down rolls, please.
Who's in front, Eric? Or are they sort of tied out front there?
Right now, the 3 prison pirates I was describing before were out in front.
They're just sort of all tied in a row right now.
Yeah, but the arrow, but you saw Troy fire the arrow that got all caught up in the gunk of Captain Graft.
All right, I'm going to keep going then.
So Troy just rolled a dirty 20.
Okay.
Based on the weird physics of the arrow, he's going to unfurl his wings and jump up a little bit. See if he can get any extra air.
You're going to try to get some air.
Well, okay. Here's the question. Is it weird physics or did Troy just miss? And that was Flavy.
Roll on it.
I don't know.
So we don't know. Okay, great.
It would be wisdom.
Oh, yeah, it's a 2 plus 0.
That's 2. You missed. Weird.
I think Troy firmly thinks that there is something weird about this environment because no way he missed like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, he jumps up and flexes his shoulders, wings out.
Sure, yeah, you can jump. I guess gliding down a big hill is just as fast as running down it, for sure.
He's falling fashionably.
Yeah. Brandon, what about you? What does Umbi do?
Umbi also got a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. Take that success. Umbi
Yeah.
and a few of the slow starters starts to get a breakdown.
Yeah, and if anyone wasn't already doing this, just, y'all or the listeners, Umbi is wearing a sweatband on his head. He has,
of course.
like, short shorts and knee-length socks on.
Yep.
How short? What's the length of the inseam?
Like 3 inches.
Okay.
Nice.
Inches are also shorter in Vertistello, so that's really short.
Oh, wow. Damn.
They're on the Imperial system.
Hey!
Thank you.
I want to note Julia didn't clap.
Stupid joke.
I was going to say nautical inches, but...
Nautical inches.
Nautical
That's
inches is also
stupid.
good. Those were more like nautical inches because it was.
Are you
weird.
talking about inseams? Yes,
It
they
was
are,
inseams.
bitch. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
Happy
Here
Pride.
we go.
I don't even know if this episode's going to come out during Pride.
It doesn't matter.
It's not.
We're continuing it forward, Brandon. We're pulling
All year long,
all year
baby.
long. Multitude shows care about Pride. While you're doing that, the guy from before is like, "Hey, can you give me another bomb? I think it was my good luck charm. I shouldn't have thrown it back at you.
No!
I want to keep it in my armpit meat.
No!
It keeps it, but it's my lucky charm.
Fuck off, man!
You,
no!
you fuck off. You
fuck off.
You fuck off."
Jesus.
I love this show.
I rolled a 9, -6 from Troy, and I have some modifiers here, but it doesn't matter. Captain Graft is too busy trying to get the arrow out of his ooze out of his weird sap ooze to concentrate on the race fully. He needs to be locked in, and that is a perfect time for the murder hornet, for Strunge to start to bear down on the wheel of cheese. Strunge has 2 successes, and Troy floating above, and a bunch of the pack, including Umbi and the Poppies and Captain Graft, only have 1 success.
Here's the thing. I was anti-Strunge. I've gone full around. We're pro-Strunge now here in this household.
Strunge needs the stub.
This is a pro-Strunge podcast.
It is.
I need the dub!
I love Strunge.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Strunge.
Well, does Cammy need to do anything or want to do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to investigate, I guess, the air, the medium in which we are supposed to be breathing.
Sure.
I want to know if that is somehow making people more docile down here.
Looking for docility, for sure. The duality of being docile.
What should I be doing? Arcana?
Investigation still? You're still looking around at stuff? That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only have a +1 to investigation, but that is a dirty 20.
All right, cool. Cammy, you're looking around. I guess, how would you look at the air?
And Cabby, scoops at it.
Yeah,
almost.
you scoop at it for sure, and you're watching your hand move through it. It's definitely a little bit thinner, I guess, than the air outside. Your hand moves differently. You also see, maybe you can see, I'll give you this with a dirty 20, that the way that light goes through water, the way that you're looking at light through this liquid, your hand makes a weird curve through the liquid, so things move in a different direction than maybe you might think. But you're what's going on here? And I think it is you're looking around. You look down at the bottom of the hill, and you see that big sign. You know, the big sign that has everyone's scores on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's massive amounts of tick marks in this thing because it's for years at a time they keep track of everyone's wins here. Captain Graft has a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have some smaller amount, but Captain Graft is by far the winningest at rolling down the hill, catching the cheese wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also notice that since you're looking at this sign from the top of the hill, from the other side, there are a bunch of barnacles on the back of the sign. They're big. They're starfish sized, these barnacles. And the barnacles also, barnacles, they come up into this kind of volcano shape. When you look at it, barnacle, they're really small, but at this size, you can literally see the volcano shape. This this cone that this becomes. And there's a little eye inside of the barnacle, something you would only be able to see from it being this big.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few of them. And they're all pointed in different directions. Looking at different stuff.
Okay. Interesting. I'm assuming this is the Big Brother state, and that is like keeping an eye on us, perhaps. I'm going to go look at that at some point more in detail, but I'm curious.
All right. Strunge is bearing down on the cheese. He's within feet of catching this thing. Let's see what happens. Roll for cheese catching checks.
Only a 10 for Troy.
7.
Come on, Strunge, you got this.
Strunge.
Believe in Strunge. Heart of the Strunge.
The Strunge Hive, rise up. Strive, 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 strive.
Strunge is reaching out his big, beefy arm, trying to grasp this large cheese wheel.
Yes!
And in a fraction of a moment, you see that Captain Graft is neck and neck with Strunge reaching out for the cheese. It is coming down to one final thing. It's like he just moved so quickly down the hill. He is so dexterous. It's incredible.
So Troy sort of like stumbled in that last round. He didn't pass. He's slow in his momentum. So he's just going to throw his arms and wings out wide and yell friendship, attempting to spear the brambly parts of Captain Graft and holds him back.
All right.
6 plus. All right, that's a 10 to hit from Troy.
Troy, you think you're firing at Captain Graft. You're going to get your arrow, get this friendship rope arrow right in the ooze, right in the center of his split. And then, what's that? They switch spots.
No!
And you have pierced the back of the murder hornet's front. No! I was so close! Why would new friend do this? Why would Sproutling do this?
Troy falls to his knees, weeping. Strunge, I'm so sorry.
And that's when Captain Graft scoops the big cheese up, slides to a stop, and cradles the big cheese wheel in his arms like a little baby. Actually, a big baby. It's a big baby.
Strunge, I'm so sorry. I should have trusted you.
Strunge then pulls on the rope, just puts 2 arms on the rope and pulls it towards him.
Brother.
Troy, you're in the air. So you're getting pulled down like an unruly kite, and you're slammed into the ground.
He lays there. You're right. I accept it.
Please take 11 damage.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Umbi's gonna finish this hill, get to the bottom next to Captain Graft here, and say,
You're a fucking cheater!
What do you mean? There's no cheating here. We're just all having fun.
You're a fucking cheater!
I think you're a cheater. You gave someone a bomb earlier.
I did do that, but I admit that I am a cheater!
And
You are a fucking cheater too!
And how am I cheating?
I don't know,
Okay.
but I'm gonna figure it out.
All right.
Tell me.
I'm just fast.
No bullshit. Take this true serum. If you're not a cheater, then it'll be fine. I won't ask you any weird questions or anything, I promise.
Okay, I'll take it. And he takes the vial from you and then drops it on the ground. No, I'm not doing that. Come on, doing that. No, Brandon, you can have that one back. That one's not in your inventory. That's fine. But no, he just like drops it on the ground.
Oh, so you're a coward and a cheater.
I guess no one will know.
I'm gonna tell everyone in this fucking town, in this prison of cheaters,
Okay.
that you're the cheatingest cheater that they're ever cheating.
All right. Sure.
Cammy from the top of the hill goes, damn, got him.
Roasted. Even.
can I roll an insight check and see, as I'm accusing him of cheating, if obviously he's confident and his persona is confident in how he's not cheating, but
yeah.
Do I get any sense of fault in there?
Sure. Brandon, you don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
Because we freeze on Umbi's face. And floating in the background, maybe it's a ghost, maybe it's something else, but in your mind, you hear Drews say, "Oh yeah, it's time to collect." And I'm going to put the nat 1 on you right now. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put a piece of information on you. If you remember all the way back there, you traded something with Drew's. Any sort of interaction of conversational role, I could put a nat 1 on you whenever I wanted. That's what I'm doing right now.
Damn.
I'm going to give you a piece of information. It could be true.
Okay.
It could be partially true. It could be totally false. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I had forgot about this, to be honest.
I know, I did too.
Obviously, Captain Graft had a run-in with a magical sea monster. A underwater, bioluminescent mantis shrimp.
Ooh.
And the giant mantis shrimp taught him how to move so fast. He was able, especially in this liquid, he was able to move so fast that it like the liquid kind of like moved around him, and he can like boil the water behind him. He was moving so fast, the water, you know how mantis shrimp punch so fast it like boils behind them, and that gives him the extra boost to win at the running down the hill cheese wheel game.
Brandon says, Umbi says,
That's fucking cool, man. What?
So you can tell everyone that I'm cheating. No one's gonna care. I'm just winning. I'm winning, and you can't prove that I'm cheating. Also, I'm not cheating. So what are you talking about?
You can tell everybody this is your cheese.
Okay.
All right, well, you have a good time. I'm gonna rest up, get some more food, replenish the box, and then try not to get eaten by a dragon. And I'll see y'all around.
Just to clarify real quick, everyone does get enough to eat, and you're just using like leftover food, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, this is the leftover cheese, bad cheese no one wants to eat.
Cool, great.
No, we all kind of grab on and stuff.
Great.
Yeah, like, you want to eat that weird banana?
No, I don't.
No,
Don't
exactly.
eat it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to eat it.
Don't do it.
No, it has like a nose.
What?
It's gross. Yeah, it's gross.
It shivered.
Ah!
That's why you don't eat it. That's why you don't eat the banana. That's why you use it for rolling. All right, see you around. Good game. Good game.
It's
Good
a
game.
fruit roll-up, Eric.
Good game. Good game. Good game. Sorry, Captain Graff is too busy giving people attaboys and butt slaps saying good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Strunge was so close, but now Fancy Prince ruined his success. Troy, you are like pushed into the ground.
Troy goes, I deserve it.
It would be best if you stayed out of my way.
I'm so sorry. I will get you out of here, brother. Troy reaches up one hand.
I don't want your help. Strunge will take care of himself.
Troy's gonna...
I have a nickname, you know. They call me Murder Hornet.
That's not a nickname, that's just what you are.
I thought that was your kind of greenfolk.
Yes, Strunge, Murder Hornet. No, name Strunge. Nickname Murder Hornet.
I'm really sorry, Strunge.
Should be. And mushes your face. And then walks away. In my head, Strunge is like Buzzswole. You know, the Ultra Beast
Yes,
Pokemon?
yes.
Yeah.
Troy's gonna pick himself up, wipe the, grime of the sand and the maple off of himself.
I love you were floating. You were floating, and then you got pulled down. It's so funny. I'm so sorry. I'm really enjoying this.
It's
I keep
okay.
interrupting you.
No. Retract my friendship necklace like a jammed tape measure. And as he's like rolling up his wings, Troy's gonna walk over to the scoreboard with the intention of writing Troy :-1 on it. But can Troy investigate the scoreboard when he gets there?
Yeah, sure. You can look at the scoreboard. Lots of tallies for Captain Graft, and you can see the big barnacles on the back as well. I'm just realizing the whole time Umbi's pupils were the size of dinner plates. so Umbi's like, you were blessed by a mantis shrimp.
Makes sense.
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong with you?
Never felt better.
Cammy starts brewing some lavender tea, being like, you need to calm down.
Troy's gonna walk around the scoreboard a couple of times, notice the scores, see that guy always wins, and he's gonna pause, looking at the barnacle eyes. Now, Troy is fairly familiar with surveillance from growing up in the crags, working in the King's Guard. Can I investigate the surveillance? What I assume to be a surveillance system?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
I want to know if it is an active surveillance system. Do I see the eyes blinking, moving, focusing?
Yeah, give me what you'd have to give me an Arcana check because this would be techish.
Sure.
Either nature or Arcana, I'd say.
Can I give the help action?
Yeah, you guys can do this together because Cammy already figured it out.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Nat 20!
Fuck yeah, dude.
I swear to God, if this turns out to be the fucking communication system that Julia made,
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Who can say?
I mean, there's not going to be a tag on it that says
By us.
Green Apple LLC? That's crazy. It's an apple inside of a hothouse. It's the Apple logo, but there's like a drawing of a rudimentary drawing of a hothouse around it. All four of the barnacles, all four of the big eyes on these barnacles are looking at you, Troy. Before they were kind of looking in all directions, kind of like looking at different stuff, and now they're all focusing on you.
Troy nods and then pulls out his signet ring from the one janky arrow that he keeps in his quiver just to keep it down low. He puts it on and raises his hand up to the camera so that they can see exactly who it is. And then he brings his hand away and, imbued with all of the intimidation and authority he can muster, mouths, "I'm waiting."
With a nat 20, I'm telling you, you don't have to mouth it.
Great. And he shrugs his pack back on and heads back up the hill.
This barnacle right here, I slap. It picks up audio and video, my friends.
Cool.
This baby right here can hold so much surveillance state.
Eric, was it put in place by one George Bush? Do you get it? Because it's already a bush?
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Jeez.
It's pretty good. Man.
Yeah. Vertistello was an inside job. Anything else, Julia? Brandon, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything with the nat 20 that was extremely helpful. I don't think that there's anything that Cammy is like honed in on now. I think she's trying to consider all of the pieces right now and being like, what are we missing?
Yeah, tell me the pieces. Tell me what you got.
We know that there is something below the surface in terms of there have been revolts, but now people are like, chill.
Yeah.
We know that there is surveillance, so people can see, probably from the prison, what is going on in here.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there is a substance that we are existing in that is supposed to be giving people a certain amount of additional nutrients.
Mm-hmm. What else does substance do?
Lets you breathe.
Lets you breathe.
And pickles us slightly.
Pickles you a little bit.
So it lets you live longer than I assume if you're pickled.
Yes.
Or it's, preserving bodies that are past its due.
Yeah.
We know that people... What did the sign say again?
The sign says, "It's not enough to die. They want us to be mulch.
Right.
Welcome to South Compost City."
So, do we think these people are already all dead? So what is compost? Compost is like extra organic matter, extra sort of minerals to feed the living plant.
Somewhat broken down, organic matter.
Here's something noteworthy. I don't remember if there was a sign up above, but I'll just say this. But both times, they were spelled differently. It wasn't spelled like compost. It wasn't C-O-M-P-O-S-T. It's K-O-M-P-O-S.
Oh, compost?
Compost. K-O-M-P-O-S. So it's more of a name, but it certainly evokes that as well.
It stands for something.
Okay.
Here's another thing. What has the liquid inhibited right now?
So no spells, no teleportation bomb. Hexes do work. Physical weapons will cause damage, assuming they actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's harder to hit with physical weapons, for sure.
Brandon, I don't think they're dead because they wouldn't feed us if we were dead.
That's true.
I also want to point out, one bomb did work for you, Brandon.
But only after it was swallowed by the creature, right?
No, the bramble bomb worked holding
did.
Umbi in place.
You're
So,
right.
Because it's organic and not alchemical? Is that why?
Maybe.
The other thing that I'm thinking of is the fact that I tasted wine, and the only way you can get vinegar is by distilling alcohol further.
Mm-hmm. Alcohol's a preservative.
Mm-hmm.
Why do hexes work? I don't understand why hexes work.
I guess because it's my innate magic.
I think it's like a biological thing happening here, where like the bramble bomb worked because it was biological, organic in some way. Cammie's hexes work because they're tied to her biology, and not because they're like artificial in some way. Like the weapons are artificial, and aiming them is,
Yeah.
there's something here.
You don't have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You're hanging out in the hill. You're poking around. You're thinking. You're mulling this over. Cammie, you see 3. You look up at the up hole, the sky hole, and you hear ow, ooh, ow, ow, as you hear a sploosh, and 3 more greenfolk are falling down from the sky.
Huh.
As we saw before, they're kind of just going straight down. 2 of them are kind of just falling straight down. They're kind of just falling down into the center of town, pretty close to where the dragon is eventually going to open up. Julia, can you make a perception check really quickly?
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Perception, it's a 15.
But one of them is trying to hold its momentum a little bit. It's like spreading out, kind of like making their body pretty wide and trying to float down towards the ground. They're still pretty far away, so you can't see, but they've really slowed their momentum, so they're taking their sweet time making it towards the ground.
Okay.
And that's about the time that the big doors are thrown open. You see that 12 guards are holding tridents in one hand and holding a rope in the other. They're walking as firmly as they can, and they're pulling this massive cart behind them that's filled with just day-old bread, squishy vegetables, meat that's kind of turning, like bad bologna. Just a pile, this big cart, kind of like the back of a pickup truck, the size of the back of a pickup truck. I'm imagining this with like medieval wheels on it, just like pulling this big cart full of food.
Wheels
over.
where the middle is a square, not a circle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A lot of the guards have their tridents out because they're starting, a crowd of the prisoners are making a semicircle around the cart, just allowing just a little bit of distance for the guards to slowly pull this cart inside. And hear over like a loudspeaker, like, "You're getting food early. Don't ask us about it. Congratulations."
Weird. Why are they feeding us early?
Can Troy look around? Is anyone not running for the sledge? Can I see anybody who's like not eating or pretending to eat?
No, I think everyone is running. Everyone's going towards the food. It's like,
Including Kid Cervantes?
yeah, Kid Cervantes and the Cervantes siblings are all going for there. Everyone, that's just what you do.
Huh.
Blackberry wine makes me think, okay, I'm going to pitch a crazy theory. What if,
Wine is dragon pee. I totally agree.
thank you, Amanda. What if this whole thing is the dragon, like we're on top of the dragon?
Yeah, I think we only saw the dragon's head for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe the hill was like the body of the dragon or something like that, but
Maybe it is. Its tail could still be covered with, the land.
I mean, does that make sense with the, I guess, like a body to head ratio that we saw?
Mm.
Maybe. And then the guards retreat, have all of their tridents out, and then get behind the big doors, and the big doors close.
When the soldiers or the guards or whatever were in there, did they have any sort of like insignia or anything like that on their uniform?
Oh, yeah, it's covered in that weird diamond knot square thing. You know it.
You know what? I'm trying to think, like, you know how like let's say an FDNY uniform would have the crest, but it doesn't just say FDNY, it says like Fire Department of New York.
Oh, sure. That's interesting.
I want to figure out if it says what the full title of KOMPOS is.
Smart.
The only things I'm thinking of is Knight of Mirrors, piece of shit.
Just for Brandon.
No, I'll tell you, the Compost is not an acronym, and you don't see it on the guard's crest or anything.
KOMPOS is not an acronym?
No, it's not an acronym.
Interesting.
That's so weird.
When they open and close the door, can we see in through the portal thing, the hole where the door is? Is there anything back there that we can see?
No, it's just kind of like spooky hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just spooky hallway.
I want to go. Can I investigate the 3 folks that tumbled down?
Sure. Everyone make a perception check.
21, baby.
21.
CX.
Only a 13.
13, 6. Umbi, you're looking at, I guess, Cammy, you can...
As the other guy said, new sprouts.
New sprouts! Everyone, while people are grabbing and going for the cart, like, new sprouts, new sprouts, new sprouts. Seems like that one floating up above, it's coming right towards the 3 of you. This greenfolk has bent their body into a dive, into a straight dive, and is coming right down on the 3 of you.
Is it someone we recognize?
Is a cloak, big black cloak with a big cowl covering their whole body. Umbi, you notice first.
Guys,
Troy puts his hand on his dagger.
Cammy takes 2 steps back.
Yeah, Umbi puts up his dukes like he's in a boxer from 1930.
Troy holds up his hand and says, "Slow down, friend."
The figure is dive bombing and slams right into Troy's chest. Just you see, forearm out, boom, right into the Troy's chest. Troy and the figure kind of tumble end over end over end until the figure has a dagger to Troy's neck, and Troy, your dagger has just ping, 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 ping away.
I don't want to kiss.
Ugh. Who'd want to kiss anyone like you?
3 lips.
What, do you think I'm one of your stupid friends, Troy? This figure throws off their hood. There is a very, very small butterfly greenfolk that looks exactly like Troy.
I'll sing you a song that all green folk know.